Addictions can destroy your life. Hi guys, this is Mbachi Precious. Welcome to my channel, and I just wanted to discuss one thing that affects a lot of people in this our current generation, which is not talked about well enough, and that is addiction and how it's quietly destroying the lives of people. Firstly, people start a habit, and over time the habit becomes compulsive and seems to take over their lives, and they can't seem to stop. That is my simple definition of addiction, and this is how it destroys a person's life. Firstly, it changes a person's priorities. Your priorities in life, you begin to um, model or arrange your life around that addiction you are suffering from or you have. You begin to change your timetable, your schedules, just to be able to satisfy that addictions. Another way that addiction can quietly destroy your life is that it damages relationships you have in your life. It damages your relationship because you begin to see some kind of behaviors like lying, trying to cover up secrecy, hidden habits that were not there before. It begins to just break relationships that are valuable to you in your life. This is one way it destroys people's life. Another way it can destroy a person's life is that it destroys your finances, because addictions, most of them or many of them, are very expensive to maintain. Like addiction to drugs or hard substances are very expensive to maintain, and for someone to be able to keep up that addiction for years, it can literally destroy your finances and bring you into debt. I've seen stories of, or I've heard stories of millionaires who um for millions reduced to paupers because of addictions to drugs. Another way that addictions can destroy a person is it affects your physical and mental health, because over time those addictive substances begin to get into the brain and begin to cause problems. It affects your physical and mental health. Your body, for example, you cannot continually take drugs and expect that your body will be all right. So addiction affects a person's physical and mental health. Another way is that it destroys productivity and opportunities. It destroys productivity and opportunities. For example, a person may be very, very, very productive on a normal day with a clear head, but when he's addicted to a substance, he will make his life all about that addiction, all about that habit, and then every other thing becomes secondary because he just wants the high. He wants the next high. He wants that next satisfaction, that next box of satisfaction. This is one way that addiction quietly destroys many people's lives. And it can also change someone's character and behavior. You see someone who is very, very jovial, very happy, then becomes very sad, very withdrawn, very isolated. Is one way that addiction destroys people's behavior. It changes people's lives. It changes your character, changes your behavior, changes the way you talk, the way you think, because an addictive substance, it interacts with the brain in a way that it dulls it. It dulls the brain, it dulls the normal reasoning faculty. Another way addiction is, it destroys lives, that it can lead to isolation. A person who is normally outgoing, who loves being social and everything, becomes isolated because he wants to keep his addiction secret. He does not want people to know about it. So addiction can lead to isolation, which can lead to a destruction of your life. It also can become dangerous and fatal, because these addictions, they deal with the health. It can become dangerous, it can lead to death. Some addictions can lead to death because there's high probability of overdosing of so many other things coming in. It can be fatal to your health. It can lead to death. So addictions are not the, like, if you're addicted to a substance or to an habit, it's not the end of life. Yeah, it's not the end of life. You can actually come out of it. You can actually recover from it. You can recover, yes. Addictions that are meant to destroy your life can also become a strength for you if you can understand and you be willing to come out of those things. Because see, no one wants to leave their addictions. No one wants to leave that thing that's giving them happiness and joy. But if you are really, really serious, you can come out of those addictions. In my next few videos, I'll be creating a series of how I came out of my own addictions and how you also can come out of this. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.